Ekwere tell you that they are Benin people. You cannot tell the Ekwere man who he is. They have come out and said they are Benin. Their origin is from Benin. Some of you are breaking your head over it. When even you are not an Ekwere man. Does that not tell you that something is wrong with such people? Go to Nembe. Go to Brass. There are pockets of Benin people, Beninese, who are there, who have lost their language to maybe to the Ijaw language and all the or the Benin language, so to speak. But they will tell you that their origin is Benin. And when they say it, you are breaking your head. Oh, how can you be Benin man? Or go to the people of Ogbia, the people of Ekpeya and all that. They tell you, they say they are Beninese. That they migrated from Benin. Yes, they may not be speaking Benin language today. But they have told you they are Beninese. Who are you now to come and challenge them? The Ogba of Ogbaland says a Benin man. You are breaking your head over it. Can you cry more than the bereaved? Are you the one to tell a man who his father is? You know? So you are just being envious. The Benin may not be that large, or they were great men and great women. They were great people. Benin's have left a great mark. It's the centralization of Benin. You saw this war, the defense system in Benin. And I mean, you can't beat it. Benin had two main circular walls in circumferences. The first main one was where the Oba and his people lived, the city itself. And on the outskirts, there was another second wall, where particularly some other chiefs to defend the first inner wall. It was difficult for anybody to penetrate Benin. And that's why Benin was great. The Benin Empire was great. It was conscious of its security. It was conscious of its defense. The city walls that was built around, the main two, the first ring and the second one, we should call the moat today, were for defense and security. And there were people who were responsible to manage the security and defense of the ancient Benin Kingdom and the ancient Benin Empire, the center of authority. The central authority of Benin Empire was Benin City, where you have the Oba. And outside it, you had the Uzamans and other chiefs around, who were outside in the second ring. And it was difficult for you to even enter the second ring, let alone enter the second ring. It takes organization. It takes structure. It takes focus. And every successive Oba were concerned about building and defending Benin, the city of Benin. So if you want to talk about Benin, first study Benin. Go down and understand who they were. Is it the Gids? Hundreds of Gids having different functions and all in the service of the Oba of Benin, the great Oba of Benin. You do not know who the Oba is. You do not know how great the Obaship is. Modernity has kind of tried to rubbish the history of our people. You know what? They don't want to teach history anymore because it makes very many of them inferior to the Benin people. You can't stop it. Another great kingdom, yes, you talk about Oyo. Oyo is also great. The kingship in Warri, the Olu of Warri, in his own right, was great. Ogiame, king of the waterfront. The entire waterfront was manned by Ogiame. And they call it, Ogiame in Benin means king of the waters. And he's a product of the Oba of Benin. All these are attracting so much envy. Place Benin River. They didn't name it Ijaw River. When they named the place Bight of Benin, they didn't name it Bight of the Ijaws. To tell you how great the Oba of Benin was and how great the Benin Empire was. That today you now have a new Nigeria, you have a Nigerian state, you want to try to obliterate the history of Benin. You cannot do that. The landmarks are there. Evidences are there that the Beninese, in their wisdom, may not be good in writing, in scripting, but they have a way of documentation. All the landmarks you see in Benin, by way of artifacts, all the artifacts in Benin were to give accounts of records and events. You not just make a work of arts. That makes the Benin people a great people. They are the most receptive. Benin for centuries have been dealing with foreigners and also dealing with non-Benin speaking people who came to stay in Benin, who worked and served the Oba and remain here as Benin people. Got assimilated. Benin, that is why the Beninese are not tribalistic. The Beninese are receptive. They are used to working with non-Benin speaking people. And that's why a non-Benin man today can live in Benin, survive in Benin, expand and do his business in Benin, and build homes and live in Benin, undisturbed. Own properties, streets named after non-Benin people, speaking people, to tell you how receptive the Beninese are. Only in Benin, you see a majority treated like a minority. No, they believe in live and let live. Therefore, those who don't know Benin, revisionists within and revisionists outside. You want to talk down the Benin people out of jealousy because you do not have the richness in history as the Benin people. How long process of centuries of greatness, and their history speaks for them. The Oba of Benin is a great Oba. Not even a Benin man said, Agulisa Bakoba said it. Obas brought a lot of kingdoms under him. A lot of kingdoms were under the Oba of Benin, and they were centralized. A centralized authority under the control, centralized authority under the Oba of Benin. And at the end of the day, because you don't have a new state, Nigeria, you want to dismiss the history of the Benin people because of social media. You can't do that. Your jealousy cannot survive. Your hatred for the Benin will not survive. Every man that comes to social media that talks down the Benin people, that try to talk down the Oba of Benin, go and look at where they are coming from. They don't have what it takes to compare to the Oba of Benin or to compare to Benin. Just an act of jealousy. You hate the Benin for jealousy because you don't have the richness in history that the Benin have. You're just being envious. Rather than you hold your place in history